Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe, and here's a look at what's coming up. A revamped produce arcade is now open at the Westside Market. We'll give you a look inside.
Every order that leaves our space starts with a brand new rolling duffel bag for that child. So it's that layer of dignity. Again, we talked about how oftentimes children will arrive with their items in trash bags. And so that's giving an unspoken message of a child's worth. So we start with that. Every single order is going to get that, again, unspoken worth, but you're deserving of this, and we're marking your journey with dignity.
Did you know there's a place ready to assist foster kids and their foster parents? It's called the Cleveland Foster Care Closet, and I'll introduce you to its founder, Kathy DiVincenzo. There's a place right here in Cleveland that honors and recognizes athletes from every sport that call Northeast Ohio home. It's called the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame, and I'll give you a sneak peek.
3, 2, 1, cut!
All right. With the cutting of the ribbon, the new KeyBank Produce Arcade opened for business at the Westside Market. The alley comes with a fresh new look along with 24 stalls divided to hold 11 produce vendors. Mayor Bibb, who has fought for the renovation of the Westside Market, reinforced his commitment to the iconic landmark, stressing there is still more work that needs to be done.
The city of Cleveland is going to continue to stand with the Westside Market and its board to protect this asset, to strengthen this asset. As Dave mentioned in his comments, we cannot declare mission accomplished yet. We are 80% there, but we got to raise just a little bit more money to close the gap.
For more information on everything going on at the Westside Market, visit westsidemarket.org. When a child goes into foster care, it can be a difficult and uncertain time for both the child and the foster parents. Thankfully, there's a nonprofit group that understands and can help. Meet Kathy DiVincenzo, founder of Cleveland's Foster Care Closet.
So as a foster mom myself, I was on the other end of the phone call saying yes to a child being removed, coming into my home, and oftentimes with just the clothing on their back. There's always these stories about children entering foster care with just their belongings in trash bags, which definitely happen, but more often than not, it's absolutely nothing or short of nothing.
It's when the kids arrive in the middle of the night with nothing that Kathy says can create a lot of chaos, especially amongst the foster parents who need to scramble to get basic needs like clothing for the kids.
And so what I was experiencing is in the hour or so ahead of time before a child arrives in my home, I'm frantically running to Target, to Walmart, to try to find the clothing that they would need, the diapers they might need.
To help fill the needs of foster parents in the area, Kathy founded the Cleveland Foster Care Closet. This is the biggest closet I've ever seen, as it's over 9,500 square feet in size and is filled with clothing, personal care items, baby furniture, and toys, all donated from Clevelanders like you. So what do the children and parents receive when a call comes in?
Every order that leaves our space starts with a brand new rolling duffel bag. Again, unspoken worth, but you're deserving of this, and we're marking your journey with dignity. And then from there, it's really customized not just to the child, which we take a lot of pride in, but the caregiver too. So they're gonna get about a week and a half's worth of clothes, what the kids call the boring stuff, so stuff they need, their hygiene products, their socks, their underwear. Every order gets a book because literacy is so important to us. They're gonna get a toy and a stuffed animal, which is, again, catered to that child.
Kathy says the caregivers will also get what they need, like a stroller, crib, or formula. Dr. Taylor Thorpe is a foster mom, as well as Kathy's friend and president of the Closet's board of directors. She says the emphasis of the Cleveland Foster Care Closet is all about dignity.
Our main focus is clothing these children in dignity. That is our bread and butter. We want to make sure that these children go home in clothing that we would put on biological children or our loved ones, clothes that we would gift to people. We don't want them to just say, oh, you're in this situation, you're experiencing foster care, so you get what you get. We want to make sure that our clothing that's on the racks are nice. They don't have, stains, holes, they're not dirty.
Volunteers and donations are crucial to the success of the Cleveland Foster Care Closet.
So when I talk about this is Cleveland's Foster Care Closet, this isn't my closet, this isn't my best friend and board president, Dr. Taylor Thorpe's closet that runs this alongside of me. It's not ours to own, it's Cleveland as a capital C. And so what that means is people just like you. They show up, they donate their time, they donate their money, they donate their items to make Cleveland's Foster Care Closet happen for the families that we serve.
For more information on the Cleveland Foster Care Closet, or if you'd like to volunteer or donate items, visit clevelandfostercarecloset.com. Well, it's 2026, a new year, a new you. What about a new job? Joining me now is Derek McDaniel, recruitment manager for the city of Cleveland. Derek, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very much. You know, as we head into 2026, what's the job market looking like here in Cleveland?
So, great news for the city of Cleveland. Our job market still remains to be steady. Unemployment rates are still low, and there's always going to be opportunity in government, healthcare, as well as in service, right? So I think we're still looking good regardless to what it looks like. Externally, it still looks good.
Why is the beginning of the new year a good time for people to rethink their careers or even go on a job search?
So the top of the year is always a good time because money. Every organization's budget starts over at the top of the year. So that's when it's always a great time to regroup, figure out where you want to go, and start looking at those organizations.
And what's one misconception many job seekers have when they're going into the new year?
To underestimate your abilities. A lot of organizations now are throwing out education and focusing on skills. So make sure you highlight your transferable skills and always keep in mind that follow up. Do your thank you letters, make sure you're thanking, but also be conscious not to over follow up because sometimes that can be a turnoff to the HR department.
Well, it's good to keep your name fresh, but not be annoying.
Correct. You said it, I did.
You know, talk about the different resources the city of Cleveland has for potential job seekers.
So there's one thing that a lot of people still don't know is that we have a recruitment center here in City Hall, room 30. You can come in. We offer supportive services like we do resumes. We help you get ready for if you're interested in working within the city of Cleveland. So we help you get your typing test ready for our civil service testing. Anything that you can do to work within the city of Cleveland, we help you get ready for it. And if you're looking for something that we may not have, we have partners who we refer your resumes out to.
What about for the young adults out there looking for a job? Anything the city can do to help with that?
Absolutely. So there's a lot of support for our young people. You have YOU, you have Ohio Guidestone, you have Ohio Means Jobs. So there's a lot of opportunities for our youth. And of course, our recreation centers. So starting at the rec centers, there's a lot of programming in our recreation centers available for our youth.
Now, to the other side of that, what about people who are just starting to go back into the career field? Maybe they were out for a long time for retirement, but find themselves having to come back. Maybe they were in prison. Any resources for them? So
there's tons of resources. I think, don't quote me, but I want to say we have over 38 workforce partners, right? So you can always start at the centers. You can start at Ohio Means Jobs. If you're coming home from being incarcerated, you start at the Office of Reentry, whereas the Office of Reentry is having an event coming up that we put together some resource kits where if you're coming home in this kit, it's going to give you a survival guide, right? And then there's always a lot of opportunities with the CEO Works. You have towards employment. So regardless of where you're at, there's always something in the room. That's why we always encourage people to go to the hiring events, go to the resource fairs. There's someone in the room to help you get to your next.
And you have lots of events that go on throughout the whole year, don't you? You have one come up in February, I think.
Absolutely. Right? So the fun part is February 18th. February 18th, remember that date at Public Auditorium is our exclusive City of Cleveland hiring event. So a lot of people are always like, how can I get hired with the city? Come to Public Auditorium on February 18th. All of our departments will be there. It's not just a job fair, but it's also an open house so you can have a better understanding of who we are and what we do to support you in the city.
People want more information about that event or anything else going on in your office, where can they go?
You can give me a call at 216-664-2905, or you can call Annie at 216-664-3752.
All right, Derek, as always, great job. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Folks, winter has arrived in Cleveland, and for many of our older adults and neighbors with disabilities, a simple snowfall can become a serious danger. But you can change that. Become a snow hero with the Cleveland Department of Aging. Just by clearing snow from walkways and sidewalks, you help aging residents stay safe, independent, and connected this winter. Volunteer as an individual or bring your friends, coworkers, even classmates. It's a great opportunity for students to earn service hours while making a real difference in their community. Sign up today. Answer the call. Be the warmth in someone's winter. Be a snow hero. Visit clevelandohio.gov/aging or email jsmith21@clevelandohio.gov or call 216-857-7165 to join the team. This winter, heroes aren't made in capes, they're made in snow boots.
This winter, Thurgood Marshall Neighborhood Resource and Recreation Centers will offer our basketball fundamentals and skills training for ages 8 and older. We provide all the instruction, basketballs, equipment, and space for all of our participants, free of charge. Just bring your athletic wear and tennis shoes. This program takes place every Monday at 4:30 p.m. and Wednesday at 3 p.m. in our gymnasium. The benefits of the program will give players the opportunity to enhance their basketball skills, whether you are a beginner or at the advanced level. So what are you waiting for? Contact Thurgood Marshall Neighborhood Resource and Recreation Center or call 216-664-4045 for more information. We look forward to seeing you on the court.
For more than a century, Cleveland Station 26 has stood as a symbol of service, family, and tradition. But now, firefighters have left the historic firehouse behind for a newer, safer facility just up Kinsman Road. TV20's Sierra Nelson spoke to former and current firefighters as they reflect on the memories and the meaning within their former firehouse. Here's a story of Station 26.
Look at all the natural beauty here from years ago. The station has been open since the 1800s.
For 125 years, firefighters have answered the call from the historic Station 26 on Kinsman Road.
I think it's a jewel. I think this is a jewel.
Being able to say that you went to a fire and went down a fire pole that somebody 100 years ago went to, like, that's pretty interesting.
The walls lined with memories, photos, and generations of service.
Many good memories, many good memories.
It's always been like home. Yeah, the station was always, bigger than life. The men were bigger than life. It's sad that we're closing the station, but, I think you would understand that it's inevitable that things change.
This is a story about family, brotherhood, and the bittersweet reality of change.
It's a very unique looking station. I think it's one of the greatest stations in the country.
It was the oldest continuously open fire station in Cleveland. So old and so historic that it was first built for horses, not for engines.
This has been pretty much like this for 125 years. You can see they covered these side rails to protect it from the horses running in and out.
Every inch a reminder of the generations of service that came before.
This is my father, Captain Henry McCloskey.
Among them, Battalion Chief Zach McCloskey. His father, Henry McCloskey, joined the Cleveland Fire Department in 1982 and spent his entire firefighting career at Station 26.
He loved this station. Even when he was he loved the old stations. This station is basically like a traditional firehouse. Like you walk in with the subway bricks and the old school and the history.
Zach and his brother would visit their father, witnessing what it meant to serve their community.
My mom would bring us up to the station, and actually I have some pictures of me when I'm like 13 years old in the apparatus, not driving, but sitting in the fire truck, and me and my brothers on the back. And it's just like, it's always been like home. You know, some fire stations are just stations, some are firehouses, but this is, I would say, is a fire home.
It wasn't long before Zach and his brother followed in their father's footsteps, becoming firefighters themselves.
This is my father, and I'm up here in the right corner.
They had the chance to work briefly together here at Station 26.
It was nice to be able to just experience being at the fire station and working with my dad and being, not only a son, but also a peer.
While Captain Henry McCloskey gave his passion for firefighting to his sons, he found a different way to honor his Station 26 brothers.
He did a lot of portraits of firefighters in the station. He'd paint paintings of them. They were on the wall for years, and then I think they're at my mom's house now. There's a firefighter here today his name is Calhoun. My dad had a portrait of him, and then my mom ended up giving it to him.
My name is Kelvin Calhoun. I work at Engine 26 on 79th and Kisner. Captain McCloskey's son, Zach, ended up growing up in this station, and he became my captain as well later. So I was a fireman under his father and a fire under Zach as well. So I really admire Zach. He's like my little brother. Like I said, I've been here for 26 years, and my son actually grew up in this station as well. He's 26 now. So I used to bring him up all the time, and all our kids grew up together.
Adding to the already unique character of this home away from home, Station 26 is also known affectionately by another name.
Well, the Batcave has been our little thing for years since I've been here, because we was in the middle, like I said, of all the projects before. It was apartments as far as you could see, and we were right in the middle of it, so we kind of hooked on to the bat thing, so we adopted the bat signal, which is great.
This firehouse is full of quirks, history, and a bond that can never be burned.
Have a lot of great firefighters that came through this station, and most of the people who work here, they love it because it's such a historical spot. I mean, you can look at all the natural beauty here from years ago. This station has been open since the 1800s, so it's a privilege to work here.
My name is Robert Reed. I'm a retired firefighter. My father was a firefighter from 1950 to 1980, and he did his whole 30 years at this station. So I have a bunch of memories as a kid, sliding down the pole and hitting the commissary up for candy and all kind of fun.
Robert's father, Claude Reed, was the first African-American firefighter to work at Station 26.
I do remember one of my fondest memories of this station and my father was the camaraderie at that time between the firefighters. And this had to be, I would say, in the very early 70s, and the world was quite different then. But I learned a lot from my father, him being in the position that he was in. He took his position very seriously.
Like Zach, Robert grew up surrounded by the history and brotherhood of the station.
I worked up under Zach's father, Henry McCloskey. When I came here in '89, he was a firefighter here. Henry was a funny guy and a very nice man.
The men who served here and the families they raised left a mark that is still felt today.
I have great memories of just sitting here and watching the sunset, and then all the passersby and the community that walks by, and just interacting with them, and just how they seem to always love us. And I feel like we try to do a good job and take care of people when they're at their worst a lot of times.
After retiring from a career of serving others, Captain Henry McCloskey died of cancer.
it's kind of hard because hold on, that's good. Especially when he was here for years, that we didn't even have exhaust systems. So, you know, any of the exhaust would probably go up into his room, and like, I don't know if that's what caused his cancer, or, you know, but it couldn't have helped.
Even now, Captain McCloskey's presence lingers in these walls, a quiet reminder of the strength and heart he brought to Station 26.
He believed in hard work. He's just a very strong, courageous guy.
Captain Henry McCloskey's passing is a reminder of the risk firefighters face, not only in the line of duty, but sometimes long after the sirens fade. And while nothing can erase that pain, it underscores the importance of the health and safety of our first responders. Station 26 has stood here since 1898, but what makes it historic also makes it hazardous. That's why the move to a new station, while difficult, is necessary.
And I was going to save the things, the wipes that I use to wipe off my desk, because I'm very cognizant of the risks of industrial exposure to cancers.
Station 26 Captain Matthew Crockett's office sits right above the fire engines.
So the main thing will be completely separated from there, from our turnout gear and our apparatus. So I'm still going to bring the air purifiers, but I don't think they're going to be as clogged, and I don't need to clean them as much.
And he's right. Just less than a mile up Kinsman Road is this $4 million state-of-the-art facility, the new Station 26. It includes hot, warm, and cold zones to protect firefighters from carcinogens.
So fire apparatus themselves produce noxious chemicals, and being exposed to those noxious chemicals over the long term is not good. And so we want to keep our firefighters away from vehicles that are running particularly. And then we also want to keep them away from their bunker gear, their clothing that was being used during the actual firefighting, because that itself carries carcinogens with it.
The building is equipped with a new $32,000 extractor and a more than $200,000 worth of new air packs, turnout gear, and equipment, paid for with the assistance to firefighter grants. It's a move Medical Director of Public Safety, Dr. Jeremiah Escajeda, says will help keep our firefighters protected.
It makes me very happy. I think we can all agree that the emergency responders in our city, including firefighters, including EMS, they should have the safest work environment as possible. And building a station like this is contributing to that.
The city of Cleveland initiated the project in 2022 under Mayor Frank Jackson for a new facility. In September of 2025, the move finally took place. This new response center for the Kinsman area serves as the home for Engine 26, Engine 41, and EMS Medic 26.
They are not just places for the men and women of both fire and EMS to come and get rest and wait for the next 911 call, but they are truly a hub for our community. It's a hub for safety, a hub for resources, but especially on Kinsman Road in the southeast side, a hub for promise, hope, and opportunity as well too.
We want to make sure that we're taking care of our firefighters, our police officers, and our EMS personnel. And again, this to me is a commitment for that. We have dollars dedicated for our police stations, as Council Safety Chair Lindsay just mentioned. And we also have dollars for renovating our fire stations as well.
For veterans like Robert Reed and Captain Summers, the technology alone marks a major step forward in the profession they devoted their lives to.
The job was extremely dangerous back in them days, and the progress was very tangible from the time I got on. You could see how much of the technology has helped, made our job a lot easier, a lot safer.
And when we asked what he thinks his father would say,
my father had a sharp sense of humor that I inherited some of. I think his first comment would be about time. I think that's probably the first thing he would say.
Others who served at 26 decades ago, like former Captain Don Summers, have seen how much firefighting has changed.
It used to be when you started the engine, all you had was a big black cloud, and they don't have that anymore. So there'll be more technology, I'm sure. It's going to be all new, and I think the fellas should be looking forward to making the move. I'm sure there's questions that all of them will ask, but I think it's going to be a good move.
But even on a day devoted to moving forward, the grand opening ceremony of the new 26, reminders of the past were close at hand. A local photographer shared historic images of the old Station 26, giving Captain Crockett a chance to reflect on the place he once called home.
It's okay to be upset about it, but we can't let that outshine the fact that we're here to serve the people of Cleveland.
It's bittersweet for the firefighters at Engine 26, but it's a much clearer future that best serves them, their health, and the community. We met up with Zach again at the ceremony.
You know, I was reading about the old station, and when it was opened, I just looked at it. They dedicated it March 8th, 1898, and they're like, it's going to be this modern building. And you know, it's funny because exact same words, you know, 126 years later, that this is like a modern facility. Things change, but they're still the same in a lot of ways, and it's exciting. It's a new era.
Greetings, I'm TV20's Cornell Calhoun III, award-winning playwright, producer, filmmaker, and proud son of Cleveland, Ohio. I am the host of Conversations with Cal and Creative Focus that celebrate the city's incredible art scene. The voices, the vision, the vibrant stories that shape who we are. From local heroes to rising stars, we're telling Cleveland's story. Bold, brilliant, and beautifully creative. So join me on TV20 for Conversations with Cal and Creative Focus, because our city is full of talent, and it's time to shine a light on it.
This winter, Thurgood Marshall Neighborhood Resource and Recreation Center will offer our boxing program for ages 8 and older. We provide all the instruction and space for all of our participants, free of charge. Just bring your athletic wear and tennis shoes. This program takes place every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. in our boxing room. The benefits of the program will give everyone good heart, healthy exercise while learning discipline, self-defense, and maybe the opportunity to box competitively. So what are you waiting for? Contact Thurgood Marshall Neighborhood Resource and Recreation Center or call 216-664-4045 for more information. We look forward to seeing you in the ring.
Cleveland's Mounted Police Unit has been a steady presence on Cleveland streets for decades. But what does it take to train a police horse? TV20 takes you inside the Cleveland Mounted Police Unit to learn about the relationship between horse and officer. Here's TV20's Eleanor Hayes with Saddles and Service.
From downtown and neighborhood patrols to parades and presidential inaugurations, the Cleveland Police Mounted Unit captivates you. But how does it all work? What goes into protecting and serving from the back of a horse? Hello, I'm Eleanor Hayes. It takes officers and it takes horses to tell the story of one of the nation's oldest and most respected mounted police units.
Easy, big guy. Easy boy. I'm Emery Stutzman, and I've been a farrier for the past almost 28 years. I started in November of 1997. Easy, bud. He got a new set of shoes the last time he was shod. So we're taking the shoes off and trimming his foot and reapplying the same shoes.
A solid footing could not be more important for Larry, a spotted draft mixed breed horse. He patrols the streets, helps protect the public, and amuses children. Larry is one of 6 horses who make up the equine half of the Cleveland Police Mounted Unit.
I think it allows people to approach us a little easier when we're on the horses rather than being in a police car. You know, they feel more comfortable coming up to us.
Denise Dugan has been an officer for 17 years and with this unit for 7.
It just, to me, is just a good place to be, to handle stress, and it's like my own little therapy, being with the horses every day.
Loving the feeling of being around horses for a living makes a difference.
I was raised on a working dairy farm, a 100-acre working dairy farm, and I was always intrigued as a little guy, maybe 4 or 5 years old, by the process of, putting shoes on horses and trimming their feet.
Emery Stutzman is the unit's farrier.
Orium is on the toe and on the heel for traction, so that they don't slip and fall down out on the streets while they're working.
Work is patrolling the streets, marching in parades, visiting neighborhoods, and being available to police the city of Cleveland unlike any other unit. And the horses themselves are not like ones you generally see ridden for pleasure.
Well, most of the mounted police horses are draft horse or draft horse crossbreds. And so the biggest thing is they're bigger horses, and they're a little more stoic, and where most of the people that ride trail horses are riding quarter horses, which are generally 1,000 to 1,200 pound animal, where I believe Larry here weighs, somewhere between 1,700 and 1,800 pounds.
10:30, 10:45, we gather the horses, bring them in and start getting them ready. And then at 11:30, we go out and train for an hour.
Samantha Wilmot manages the stable and trains the horses and riders, desensitizing to get them accustomed to noise, sudden sounds, and movements. Firing weapons, suiting up in riot gear, just in case. Extracting to get people in cars moving. Nudging a giant ball to mimic controlling a crowd of people. It works because the horse and rider are, well, one unit.
So when I'm training horses and stuff, it's nice to be able to take them out by themselves down there. And I love our location. The horses get one of the most scenic locations in the city, overlooking the lake. So it takes us about 3 to 6 months to train each horse and to really see if they're gonna be able to handle it. Hey, Lenny. He was the first one I trained. And he took about 6 months, and he's definitely one of the barn favorites.
How would you describe the life of a horse that's assigned to the mounted police unit?
Very fortunate. They are very well loved and cared for. I'm so fortunate all of the higher ups, if we have any issues or concerns, they're right away, do whatever is necessary. So they have the best of the best care. We have an amazing farrier for them to get their shoes done, which is quite a feat. Their shoes are just absolutely massive. So he comes out every 6 weeks and does those.
Someone asked me, do horses feel what you're doing?
Yes, they feel it, yes. It's not painful. Of course, unless you trim them too short, it's like trimming your nails too short. It's painful.
It takes experience and precision. Everything about the care of the horses is well planned.
And then we do have an assigned veterinarian, and we have another backup vet in case.
Collaboration is crucial to maintaining the operation of this public safety unit. There are the officers, the horses, their equipment, care, and training. It takes a lot to support this team, which is over 100 years old and has made history from inaugural parades to disaster rescues, a national political convention, sports championships, and appearances at the iconic Christmas Story House. Mounted police horses are often born and raised on Amish farms.
They're more intimidating, you know, crowd patrol. And their ability to carry an officer with all the proper gear, which can be several hundred pounds, you know, saddle, tack.
These are the saddles, saddle bags. Over here's bridles, chest plates and bits. These are for parades and funerals. It's amazing, it really is. You get the things you get to do. Like, I did a presidential inauguration I could have never done if I wasn't here. You know, we did parades, World Series, we did the All-Star games, we did the championship game for the Cavs. I don't know if you've ever been around 1.5 million people, that's a lot of people. It was really a lot of things I've done here that I couldn't have done anywhere else. We're pretty close. I trust him 100%. He takes care of me, I take care of him.
Officer George Janusak recently retired after 14 years with the Mounted Police, ending his term patrolling with Leonard.
He's ready to go.
This is Hershey. No, she's not one of the Mounted Police Unit horses. She's my horse, and we really enjoy trail rides. Whether it's your personal horse or whether it's a workhorse like for the Mounted Police Unit, connection and mutual respect are key to a successful relationship. The police officers and their horses spend countless hours training and bonding so that when they go out on patrol to protect and serve, they do it together.
I think I bonded with him. I mean, every day I come into work, I always tell him, you know, say hi to him, give him a little hug. I would say this has been a dream for quite a while. Like, some guys want to go into the K-9 unit or Detective Bureau or SWAT. I've always wanted to be a mounted police officer. Literally tried for like 20 years to get in here, so it's kind of a hard job to get into.
Officer Michael Tracy and other mounted police officers will tell you that even from atop nearly 2,000 pounds of muscle, they can see the difference they make. When you're on your horse and you're with community members, does it break down barriers in communication with the community?
I think it does break down barriers. Whether we ride on the east side or west side, all types of people come out of their doors, children, adults, and when they see the horses ride down their street, they just light up and they big smiles on their faces. And we always try to walk over to them because most of the people have never seen a horse in the public or especially on the street. So,
what goes through your mind when you see them in parades or out with crowd control?
I think, well, they're nice horses and I get to do their shoes.
From the shoes to the saddles and the service it provides, the Cleveland Police Mounted Unit keeps patrolling well into its second century.
I don't know about you, but every time I see the horses in public, I just love it. I love going up and petting them, and they're very, very approachable. Thank you so much for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. We'll see you next time, Cleveland.